I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Loring.
Here.
Mr. Schulte.
Here.
Mr. DeBoer.
Here.
I am here. First look to consider the agenda for today, October 14th, 2025.
Any changes? Or
I don't have any.
make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second
A motion for approval from Mr. Schulte, support from Mr. DeBoer. Any discussion on today's agenda? If not, those in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have approval. Next, we would look at the minutes offered for our September 26th meeting. Consideration of approval of them.
Make a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion for approval from DeBoer, support from Loring. Any further discussion on the minutes that were presented? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have approved minutes. Next item would be to consider approval of a quote for outside cameras on the courthouse. Provided, Super High Tech.
How many cameras would that be?
Four cameras right now. The system's set up to only, I think, only 4. So all you have is interior cameras here. I don't know what the new jail will have on it, but sure it'd be nice to probably watch at least outside if any incoming traffic or vandalism happens in the yard. So just kind of go back to Kingwood.
That way we can keep an eye on Kevin too.
We're not going to point it towards the sheriff's office.
And then this ICAP grant that we get, Corey was going to use that to help pay for the majority of it. That's a $2,000 grant. And the courthouse has $1,000 too, so if we don't use it for anything, no one else needs it, then we'll use it for that as well. It just depends.
It could be fully funded with the grant program.
Offer grant dollars to various aspects of the county. How many, I don't recall how many have that available to them. Just the 2,000 and the 1,000?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Corey gets 2, and then the courthouse gets 1,000. Oops. So if the other 1,000 is used, then the courthouse would pay that $659. And that'd probably be good to have cameras outside the courthouse. So.
My only question on is, would it be better to take this action after the jail is up and we know if they have exterior cameras there as for positioning, or
Yeah, I mean, that's up for
repositioned at that
consideration.
time, or
Maybe later on today that maybe push it towards the end, or wait till next meeting. The safety meeting in the courthouse here, we can talk about if they want to use the 1,000 for it. And maybe later today, if they explain what's going on out there, they can maybe know where cameras are going to be placed. If it's 360 view or not.
of course by the end of the fiscal year you'll have a good idea of where that is. So
The trouble is we have to use the grant up by December 31st. Yes, so we got to get it used up this year.
Which I have other options too. I just consider looking at it. We did the active shooter training where you don't see what's on the outside here.
mm-hmm.
You know, until they're in the building, you actually have it recorded. So.
Thank you.
Interested in approval? Any interest in action on the quote for outside cameras at the courthouse?
I think we should do it. And I'd make that motion.
Second.
Motion for approval of the quote for the outside cameras from Schulte, support from Loring. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have time for department heads identified. Nick, go first.
All right, so on September 12th, we were at Farm Safety Day at the fairgrounds. We made contact with all of the elementary school kids from Saluki, including the preschool classes. On September 14th, we went to Clay County Fair and we cooked for people. We've been out spraying thistles, we've done some tree trimming, there's still some people out at campgrounds. We have had a few cabin rentals in the past month, and we've got a few more scheduled coming. Have a contractor out that began work with a roll-up door into the old main building. That is kind of an involved process. The building is sagged a bunch, so they have to lift part of it. Our bathrooms will get shut off sometime next week with colder temperatures coming, and we painted the classroom, the nature center, and the lodge. So about 7 days.
Any other painting completed on county property in the last month or silo?
Oh, yeah, I guess Andre's not here. The painter did come and paint the silo up at Hawkeye Point. I assume everybody has probably seen it by now. It's the big orange corn cob. He was here for about 10 or 11 days, and actually it was pretty fun watching that whole process and how we got that done. So
You did a nice job.
he did. It looks really nice. So, and it did say there's a protective like UV coating on it. So he did one like 11 years ago, and he stopped by that one on his way here, and he said it looks like the day he painted it. So should last for quite some time.
All right. Or Sheriff?
Last week we got a call from Walmart from Worthington and said they were coming down with a donation. So when they arrived, they had water, Gatorade, chips, candy, windshield deicer, air fresheners, hand warmers, lap warmers. They had a pickup load of stuff for us. So that was very well appreciated. And a lot of the food stuff has already been eaten.
Engineer?
Sure, so on the plan update, aside from continuing to work through FEMA on obligating projects, the I-15 bridge, the Poet Bridge, is basically we completed the right-of-way acquisition, so we're now just waiting on obligation, and we'll put that out for bid. The A30 paving project was supposed to kind of start third week of October. They started early. They got all the paving done this last week. They're working on shouldering, and then we'll be striping that road, so that project is going faster than we thought. The Horton Box Culvert, that's the one on 120th, just east of Highway 59. That was done internally with our forces. We finished that project up, went very well. Zoning, we do have the ordinance today for the rezoning for that property that we had the public hearing for the last meeting. Other than that, we're working on shouldering and driveways and tree removal, the things that we do at the end of the season before we gear up for snow operations. And then I did meet with the DOT on our Title VI audit. If you recall, we just recently re-upped some of those documents. I think the audit went well. I felt like I had an answer for most everything they asked, so we'll see what the results are. But other than that, that's what's going on in our shop.
All right. Treasurer?
Well, we made it through most of the tax season, or we collected 97%, so we still have about 200,000 that we're waiting to collect for the first half. We will send out delinquent notices November 1st, so at the end of the month, we will get those out and hopefully get the rest of that collected. Francie had started her part-time last week, so that seems to be going pretty well so far. And Sarah's still continuing with her drive test for driver's license, so she's staying busy with that.
You may.
Working on the new first responder dispatching app, so trying to get that figured out, some hiccups in between our council and that app. The rest of the week here, I'll be down in Des Moines for a Homeland Security Conference, and yeah, still working on getting that drone certification, so I'll take the pre-test passed, but it's not enough to go in for the certification, so keep working on that.
Auditor.
We're gearing up for the November 4th election. Wednesday, the 15th, is the first day you can vote absentee in the office. And October 20th is the last day that we can mail out any absentee ballots. So passports, the auditors are here auditing our books, so that's been fun. So other than that, just helping with them and elections and passports. So.
There's a local face involved in that.
Yep, yep, there is. There is. So.
Good.
He got to know your files very intimately.
Yeah, I bet he did. I bet he did.
All right, well, thank you. All, any other questions or? No? Just help yourself to a muffin. My wife did the mixing, I helped with the oven part. Chocolate chip and lemon poppy seeds. Help yourselves.
Oh, you missed one.
Well, she was sitting out there, she must have not wanted to give an update. You want to give an department head update? Or
I've
just
been busy doing septic inspections, and everybody wants to go because it's fall and we're running out of time.
Yeah.
You don't need under.
All right. It's not quite 9 yet. I don't know if the other item at the top would be done in 2 minutes. Could be. We'll wait till after our 9 o'clock item if that's all right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. If you got a minute, you can ask Mike if the chocolate chip ones are all right.
Yeah, that looks good.
What was the total on that grade, or that?
It was $2,659.90.
It's 9:30 at jail.
Yes.
We had a grandbaby.
Oh, yeah.
Last week.
I thought that might be part of the department.
I know, right to brag. Emma Celestine. Emma Celestine is after Brittany's aunt. Yeah, her name is Celestine. They call her Sally, but her real name is Celestine. So yeah, everybody needs an Aunt Sally. She's a good person. It's helped them out a lot. So yeah, they're doing good. And yeah, it was a little touch and go for a little bit, but yeah, everything's going good. Yep. Yep, everything's going good. Yeah, yep, she did get 2.873, so that's, yeah. She has club feet, which is not as bad as it could be. They probably had to cast 1 foot, so that's not so bad, so we can deal with that. Not heart related, so we can, it's all good. All good. Yeah. So yeah, she's pretty sweet. Yeah, John's like, two boys and 4 girls. That's not fair.
We do have 9 o'clock. Time identified for the public hearing on ordinance number 65, which is amending the 2013 zoning ordinance for Osceola County. This will open the public hearing and receive comments on ordinance 65.
Mr. Chair, we've received no further comments since the last public hearing from anyone in our office.
I have not either.
Anything to take advantage of the public hearing? Any comments at this point? If none, do we want to close the public hearing and move on to consider approval of ordinance number 65? And
Support.
if I'm correct, this would be approval of the ordinance, and you can only do the first approval. You can approve and waive the second and third readings, correct?
Yeah, that is on the agenda if you wish to waive the second and third reading.
And when I did the public notice for this, the ordinance was published, full entirety of the ordinance was published in the paper, so.
In full print?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, with the motion from Loring and support from Schulte for approval of ordinance number 65. Any further discussion? Anything to add beyond the comments?
I have nothing more to add since the public hearing.
If no further discussion, Mr. Loring, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Schulte?
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
And I vote aye. We do have, the next item is to consider approval of waiving the second and third considerations of the ordinance. Giving an approval.
I'll make that motion to waive the second and third reading.
I'll second it.
Do we want that motion to state the waiving the readings and approval? It says passed and approved by motion on second ordinance reading, so on the back here. Was that the wording of the
Yes,
motion?
yes it was.
Motion by Schulte, support from DeBoer,
Didn't you hear that?
waiving the reading and approving the ordinance, second and third readings. Any further discussion? If none, Mr. Schulte, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
Mr. Loring?
Aye.
And I vote aye. All right.
Thank you.
Item is accomplished. There you go.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Like most days, you got what you wanted.
Now the work begins.
It's good, at least it's on your property, not mine.
Appreciate your time, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Want to come up for the next item, Board of Health update on nuisance reviews and considerations.
All right, so the Board of Health has voted to remove their endorsement for the previous draft version of a nuisance order and instead use what's already available in law to us with this abatement for public health and safety hazards. I think the recommendation to the Board of Supervisors is just for the review and/or approval to be able to utilize this when it comes to nuisances. We would use this in conjunction with what the state classifies as a nuisance, but before where my hands were tied when it speaks about in city limits only, this abatement would untie our hands because it does not specifically say properties in city limits. And then once again, this would still only be used for public health and safety concerns.
I don't know if there's any required action on our part.
I do not believe so. It's
We're
just
just
a notice to, this is what
being
we're
made
going to
aware.
utilize.
If we want to have discussion or establish a process, I do think that it would be good to have the Board of Health involved yet, even though this gives the county the authority. So I guess my thinking is if it's brought to the attention of Michelle or the office, that she would bring it to the Board of Health to review and make a recommendation to us. Unless you guys would rather she come to us and we act, or this board acts.
Board of Health first would be good.
But yeah, that's kind of how I guess the process will play out. If public health, or if I get a complaint about something, go through, do the investigation on things, try to work with the homeowner to mitigate the damages or correct the action with involvement with the Board of Health. And then if nothing has happened at that point, then have the Board of Health vote to bring the attention to you guys, and then we go from there.
Okay. And this effort with the Board of Health involved is, like she mentioned, specifically focused on health concerns.
Health and safety.
Health and safety.
Yep.
You did share, Mr. Schulte shared the concern with a nuisance property, as some would call it.
What is the address of the
That-
property?
Would that be able to be used under this section, apart from Board of Health?
So the county may do, what's your A, B, C, D, and E's and F's. If I looked at the property and it's an eyesore nuisance, that's not health and safety to me, so I wouldn't go any further with that. But, within this, if Board of Supervisor or, it says county, so that's very broad. If somebody else wanted to try an abatement on a property that was an eyesore, that would be, I guess they could try. But for me, if it's not health and safety, I'm not gonna go down that avenue, so.
I think you could drive by there and look. It's, when you go out to the cemetery, or you turn to go to the cemetery,
Okay.
right there on the corner. I don't know what the address is.
There's been a few complaints about it.
Yeah, I've had a few.
And then, yeah, if I can't see anything that's health or safety, then you guys as the county on Board of Supervisors, you guys may also utilize the abatement how the Board of Supervisors see fit, so.
Okay, well, just go by there and look at it and see what you think.
Okay. I will do that.
Do we want a motion identifying the process to be used, or just have the minutes reflect that you report to the Board of Health?
I think either way I'll
Concerns
be
first.
fine with. I think just having it notated in the minutes that this is our process, and then in the meantime, I'll also utilize probably a standards and procedures and put that in, and then have that down in the office as well, that these are the steps we follow. And then that'll be signed. I can have it both signed by the Board of Health and the Board of Supervisors if that, would be something that you guys be interested in, and then we have our standard operating procedures.
Any thoughts?
Makes me no difference either way.
All right. Any other
Sounds good.
questions?
Thank you.
All right.
Consider approval of right-of-way purchase for I-15 bridge project. And for us today.
This is another one of those right-of-way purchases with the same style of how we come up with the cost. This is the Poet Bridge, so this is the last piece of right-of-way we need for that project. Once we have the right-of-way in hand, we could go to bid. We will not go to bid until FEMA obligates the money to make sure that we actually are going to get paid for the bridge. But it's very similar to the ones we've done the last couple weeks. Price per acre is the same, and the property owner has signed all the documents required for the purchase. This one is easement only. There's no actual permanent right of way in this one.
Interest in approval of the purchase, right-of-way purchase.
Make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion from Loring, support from DeBoer for approval of the right-of-way purchase for the I-15 bridge project. Further discussion? If none, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Next, we would look to consider approval of I-15 bridge project plans.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now that we know the right-of-way for the project, plans are pretty much complete and ready for bidding whenever we can bid the project. So the plan approval is on the agenda. The new bridge is going to be similar to the bridge that we did here west of town and the one that we just did over by the Thomas Pit. It's a concrete pre-slab bridge. It's going to be 150 foot long, 30 foot wide, kind of our standard bridge. The bridge it's replacing was a beam bridge that was only 100 foot long and about 20 foot wide. When the bridge was destroyed, washed out, it washed out about an extra 100 foot of channel. So we're making 50 foot of that channel up with bridge, and the other 50 foot's going to be embankment. So other than that, it's the standard bridge that we do around the county. We did actually utilize WHKS. They're the ones that do our bridge inspections to prepare these plans instead of preparing them in-house, mainly because of our workload and since FEMA's paying for it. So hired this one out.
Right, interest in action on approval of the plans.
Make a motion to approve them.
Is there a second for approval of the bridge project plans?
I'll second.
We have a motion from Schulte, support from Loring for approval of the I-15 bridge project plans. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Right. Next item would be relative to the zoning, planning and zoning commissioner member. John Smith is willing to be reappointed.
Yes, he's willing to be reappointed for another 5-year term. His term is up in November, so it's actually getting one before they expire this time.
Not a bad process.
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion for approval of the reappointment of John Schmidt to the Planning and Zoning Commission from Loring and support from DeBoer. Any further discussion? Hearing no discussion, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We have approval. Thank you. We have consideration of a nonprofit contract with Bright Beginnings. A $10,000 donation that we've considered during budgeting time.
You've always done that?
The last couple of years.
And that, when does that get started? In July, or?
As soon as we approve that contract today, they're nonprofit, then we pay them. They get the full 10,000 right away. Right? You know, they changed the law, so we have to approve the nonprofit contract before I can make payments to them. So.
Make a motion to make that contribution.
I'll second it.
We have a motion to approve the nonprofit contract with Bright Beginnings from Schulte, support from DeBoer. Any further discussion? No discussion. Those in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Quarterly report. You want us to wait till the end to do claims, or?
Doesn't matter.
Sheila better step it up.
You didn't get your lemon coffee seed yet.
I'll make someone else take it first.
Should have mentioned it during department head, but I saw an email come through last night from the county attorney, and of course my reaction is, oh no, what? It's just an update for department heads. I'm like, oh, good.
I was gonna say, that was a nice email.
Mhm.
John?
Yeah, for December 1st, I don't have any from October 1. Oh, yep, but yeah, you want us to make copies for October 1 for the board?
No, I just didn't want to read.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we have some change orders to sign?
Okay. Got those out.
The muffin.
consider claims prior to the 9:30 identified item.
Morning. Nice day, huh? Yep. This is for you. I'm Gary. Have a good day. Since you don't like people to talk, see you later. The road looks good. Thanks, you guys. 8:30?
Sit in the chair and see if he says that.
Sure my time will come.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah, just so happened, back to back years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have said to them, well, do we want to follow the law and have the public notice so aware of what's going to be discussed in the meetings, or do we not want to?
Yeah.
It's not so much that they need to be kept quiet. Do we want to follow the law and make sure the public knows what's going to get talked about, or do we want to just do the free for all and ignore the law?
Exactly, and they get trouble with that.
I'll receive a comment that I don't want people to talk.
Doing accounting at Genoble, the auditors. Yes, and he was, they were doing audit last week, and I said, because I was listening to it, like, now, but I spoke to him, and I said, okay. So you get to listen to it. Yep. Because they were working most of the time. They're hooked up today, those who don't have to make problems. Yeah, I don't know whether he was excited for school. Well, now I have to work all day. Get up early and I'm in now, so. And he's just right now. But I'm glad because he worked for one full week and then one day and then they started here. So I'm like, we're not gonna waste some money to get an apartment for October if he's home. See if he ends
Yeah.
once winter hits, the tax season hits, like, no time to
Yeah.
go over there. Well, I was at.
Did you forget which way Des Moines was?
The Tuesday through Friday, it's her birthday. But
That's your back? That's your back?
Nice to see her, I don't see her very often on her birthday, so.
You got my back?
No, that your back?
Saturday.
Oh, that back?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just visit online now, so do everything online.
We were doing lunch, like quick start, chicken.
That's not all bad either.
Sit down.
No.
Yeah, we'll probably get there with a couple on some. Yeah, that's true. Easy driving. I take it, we usually take yours to the, it's longer, but it's faster, which makes no sense, but.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
So then didn't have all, because I thought if I'd have gone, I've never gone 59, because that was that's east of my hometown, up there, but it would take forever for it all. Exceeds about 5.5.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm like, gal, am I losing my mind or what?
You did that at one time.
No, not really, but you know. Yep. And they're printing out October's. So they're printing out October's.
Probably should wait for claims till we're done with the jail project
Yeah, I
review and
suppose.
approval
Yeah,
of
I suppose.
since they're in there, right?
Yeah, they are.
So that's right.
See that court attorney. That we can see in there.
Oh, that was last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything yet. It was in the papers. I haven't heard anything yet. You wanted-
Yeah.
I paid that last time.
Better, but it's like, oh God, we got 2 more nights.
Yeah, I know.
Then I was just having, it's like, it's nice. It's better.
Exactly, yeah. Well, yeah, just a couple of days. Not as much as I realized. I don't know if it's just the type of trees, because we did go somewhere else. We did some more.
Okay.
It's more just.
Yeah, yeah, of course, each other changed it there.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a lot prettier now.
Yeah, but even here, I said, we usually have our one tree is like orange.
Yeah.
It's the tip is, but
Yeah,
it's still pretty green.
This one is, maple, down from City Park a few years ago, when Henry and Mom, she was my father.
Oh, cool.
Couple, 3 days to see.
Yeah.
There's a little bit way at the top, but it's nothing.
No, but it's been so nice. And usually earlier, because then you go out times to walk the downtown for homecoming, and the trees would be, orange leaves everywhere. Yeah, so that's fun. It just isn't too cold enough.
Could be, but,
We're not in like the woods area of northern Minnesota either, so we're up in the Red River Valley where it's flat. It's really, you don't have to worry about drainage, because there's like no slant.
Coffee chip or lemon coffee,
that one before I leave, maybe. Thank you.
Yeah, poppy seed sounds good, because it smells like
About 2 boxes.
Not for me.
I don't even really.
Of course, one boy wants one made, and the other boy wants the other made.
Yeah, of course.
You can't make both
Yeah.
tonight or have that many extra
Right.
sit downs. Just take one out of there before you go.
Yeah, poppy seeds is very often. Has Tipley got any either? They didn't talk about anything at the sleep house, meeting last night. Any candidates really?
Not gonna do
It's
not easy.
I know, but how-
Oh, yes.
I knew that. Oh, he'll probably die, right? And so he can call.
He's already said he's on. He'll reach
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure people will write that. But he can be called.
it.
Yeah.
He said about 20 years, right? He
Yeah,
said.
he's been doing it 20 years and more. Council for 8.
It's time.
It's beyond time.
I know.
It's beyond time.
What are you gonna do with us?
We do have 9:30. John, do you want to step up for the job progress update on the jail?
Yes, I will. Good morning. Just give you an update, we'll talk about the progress first. The basement where that hatch was, the door's been removed and that's poured back in. And haven't tarred the basement and that's backfilled. They also have the gas main in there, so I have them knocking out some concrete so we can pour the pad so we can get the gas meter installed. We're working with the gas company. They have the head in, but they need a concrete pad there. And plumber's working on getting the gas from the furnace into the building, outside the building, so they refeed the furnace in there. Temp sidewalk was completed. I do have an invoice for that. I'd like to include in the October pay app. And then I'll just redo the cover sheet. They are refeeding electrical in the existing buildings. So the demo in the existing building is being completed and the electrical refeed is set up. The transformer, the transfer switches in, they're installing that. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, they'll be ready to switch over to main feed. One thing I want to talk to you about that is when we switch that generator over, that's when warranty would start on that. But I want to get the existing building on main feed instead of that temporary that the power company has them on currently.
How long a warranty is on that?
How
long a warranty is on that?
I think it's 5 years. So, the other thing is if we're thinking about selling that existing emergency generator to, so in a month we could probably put that up for, I think you said you had to publicly auction that or?
I'll do sealed bids or whatever on it.
So, as we get a little, next week or two, when I get up here, we'll see where we're at on that so we can schedule that, get a little bit of money back, so. I had the roofings installed on the existing roof. Of course, part of it is temporary, didn't work because it's got to roll over where the building comes down. But the new roofing's on there, and now we got rain coming, we'll make sure we're checking for leaks or whatever at this point, but hopefully we don't have any in now. So that's completed. Plumbing demos happening inside. All the steel's on site right now. So the erector's getting ready to set steel. Precast is being poured at this time. And they have the interior panels, but it doesn't do us any good without the exterior panels, of course. And architect and I have been fighting over that, fighting with the company to get it sooner, but they couldn't get it in. So November 13th is when the building's going to be up, and they anticipate about 5 weeks for total erection. So it'll go up quick once the precast comes in. I guess, are there any other questions, concerns that you have at this point in time?
You said it'll take about 5 weeks?
About 5 weeks to erect it. Yeah, it goes rather quickly. And they're doing the steel at the same time they're doing the precast. So what I'm gonna have them do is do this side of the building. And then that way, when they get to the opposite, then they'll do the opposite side, the cell portion, so that they can come back in and start pouring concrete on the east
What
side.
kind of roof's gonna be on there?
What type of roof?
Yes. Flat roof, peaked roof.
It's a minimally pitched roof, so it goes out to gutters and down into the storm, so. And it's a membrane type roof, so it'll have it 6 inches of insulation, and then, dense deck and or like a gyp board for hail, coverage, and then a membrane over top of that.
And slope to the west.
That's correct, yes.
The generator,
Yeah,
that service the new structure and the existing structure?
yes, that's
That's many
correct.
hours on.
Yeah, it's sized to handle everything on the new facility as well as the old facility.
But that'll handle the courthouse too.
I imagine that's, I don't know how your power's hooked up, let me put it that way.
Because the one now will handle the courthouse and the jail, won't it? I don't think so.
We're not on a generator.
We're
Power
not.
goes out here.
Well, I thought this was on it too.
No, because when that windstorm came, we didn't have power.
Okay. Guess that answers my question.
We could research in the future whether that generator is capable of both and
Yeah.
make the
Yeah.
changes needed.
I can check with, yeah, I don't know how your power goes between there and here. I mean, is this on a separate main coming in? Oh, it's probably.
It comes to this over here.
Yeah, and
Right from there.
that, yeah.
So I don't think it would just be
Yeah, yeah.
easy to hook it.
I mean, I don't remember what the wattage is on the one you have. I don't know if that can possibly be set up outside or something to handle the courthouse or.
It's inside now. It's in that building over there.
Yeah,
So you
it's
have to
inside.
have some type of building around it. If it doesn't have a shell on it, you know, like this, like the new one.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not saying you couldn't put a real house before, but, I mean, that's something that before we put it on public auction, that we were considering. But I think that today you buy an emergency generator, it's a hell of a lot cheaper and a hell of a lot more dependable than what you got over there.
Don't put that in the paper. If we're doing this.
Hell, yeah, like,
How big is that old one?
I wanted to say 57 kVA, but I don't recall. I have to look.
But really, how many times in the last 15 years has the power gone out here? Once? Not very often.
Since construction started?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't want to count that. That's quite a few. Or that was a squirrel out there.
One time, yeah. That was a squirrel.
That was right after our training. We thought that was like a gunshot, and but no one blew their whistles. I was like, what? It failed.
You should have been outside.
I know. And the electricity went out. It's like, what is going on here?
I was able to make some changes also as far as financial to get that basement hatch cleaned, closed up so it didn't cost, you know, we don't have a change order for that, so I was able to get that done by moving a couple things around. There's a couple other things that I'm looking at. Now that we remove the rough hatch, I'm gonna remove the trench drain out there that's not needed, because it will surface drain at this point. And we won't need the gas refeed to the boiler, of course, so there's some deep ducts coming there too also. So. Any other questions in regards to that?
Anything, gentlemen?
Okay, so, had pay app for September. And I can go over that briefly with you.
Was there any change orders?
No, I forgot we signed them the other week. That was the original
That's for
change
October.
orders. We had change order deduct for,
That's for October.
62,000. And then we had change order for 8,124. That was the attached courthouse to the new sanitary sewer and the additional labor, water main, we approved them in August, so.
Here's that Coleman's pay app too, we made a copy, you can go over that too. Here's some more details too, you can read it.
Sanitary sewer, you were talking storm sewer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anytime there's a change, I noted that, put notes in there for you. So in September, we had, invoice from the architect for $5,530. CM fees and on-site was $17,550.38. We had lab testing, concrete testing and lab testing for $741 for certified testing services. And on contractors, we had, for general construction, an invoice for $41,967.37. For security frames and hardware for noise detention, we had an invoice for $4,363.78. For plumbing for Redlinger Brothers, $76,760. And for electrical from Winger, we had an invoice for $36,057.25. Job.
You're on September. Aren't you on the September one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't approved that one yet, he was, we haven't approved September yet.
Okay, sorry.
So. Do I need to go back over that a little bit?
No,
You're
sorry.
good. Okay, and then I had job toilet for $280 and dumpster fees in the amount of $502.60. So that'd be our recommendation. And then we had interest earnings of $18,819.72. So it'd be our recommendation that we go ahead and approve the pay app for September 1st, 2025. Are there any questions?
I'll make a motion to pay them. $483,752.38.
Support for that motion for approval of the pay app, September pay app.
I'll support.
There's a motion from Schulte and support from DeBoer to approve the September pay app in the amount of $182,752.38. $752.38. Any discussion on that item? If nothing, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign.
Rochelle wants on.
Yep, are you gonna do October then too?
It might as well go over October right away.
We didn't pay any of October's in this set of claims, but it'll be in the next time, but.
So in October, we had new employees for construction management, $16,623.26. Lab testing services, we had $69. Should hopefully be done with that. For security frames, hardware, and all detention, I had an invoice for $138,235.45. They have all the detention frames on site and they're unloaded at the warehouse down there. Plumbing for Redlinger Brothers was $33,178.75. HVAC for CW Sitter was $180,500. And when you go to their pay app, they have pictures of all the equipment that's on at their warehouse, along with the insurance certificate. Electrical Winger had an invoice for $55,209.25. And dumpster fees for $720. And I'd like to add one invoice to this pay app. It's for construction. It's gonna be a purchase order for $900. That was to excavate and provide the temporary sidewalk out there that we wanted put in from coming from the north to the parking lot. So I'd like to have that included in this pay app. I didn't know, he had dropped the invoice off here and never sent it to me, but it was from September 2nd, so I figured that maybe it possible. So we had interest earnings also, $15,762.15. So the total amount was $424,535.71 plus $900 would be our recommendation. Were there any questions in regards to it?
You said that temporary sidewalk would go under purchase orders, but we're at our max on the contract value for that, so we need to do a change order if there's not room to.
It's not under a contractor, I hired it locally.
Right, but I thought you said it was going under purchase orders on this form.
Yeah, so I'll have to enter his purchase order. So enter his purchase order.
And this is what I think we've been talking about, is we want to know when changes are going to be made, and we want to give approval or have consideration of that. Because your line shows 50,915 is the max for the purchase orders. That's already been expended.
That's not the max, that's just listing. That's what's paid to date. That's what's been approved.
I understand, but when we're looking at a project cost recap and the total revised contract value shows that amount, I think this board should consider approve when that number's gotta go up. I understand we're approving that.
It was much higher, but you told me to go ahead with it also. You directed me to
Yeah,
get it in immediately. So I could have waited till now to get it approved and not put the sidewalk in. But, I mean, the board typically will give me some leeway to make some decisions like that. just like with the group chat. I guess I'll do it any way you want to do it, Jason. I mean,
And I'm not trying to be over harsh, because like you said, this was sitting on the desk here when you got here, so you couldn't include it in what you submitted, but
yeah.
I mean, it just, if you look at line 5.7, and we're at that 50,015 as the revised contract value, if we're gonna add 900 to that, I guess I would like you to request a change order and have that in our minutes and have just a better tracking of.
I would never make any decisions like that.
I know we
if it
talked
wasn't
about it, and I said
critical.
go ahead and do it.
I mean, I would like that permission from the board. I mean, typically on a project like this, and I wouldn't need it probably at this point, but you know, they usually leave a little bit of leeway that we would come and approve something, you know, because I represent the county. I work for the county. I don't work for the contractors or anything else.
Didn't
So,
we tell them we wanted that sidewalk in though?
yeah. I mean, that was something we decided on over there, and what I did is I went to a local contractor, because to have the other contractor come in, it was gonna be much higher, because they were coming through Steffes, so I just hired a local contractor, which ended up being lower, just like I did with the roof patch. And, but any other changes, of course, would be brought to the board prior to accepting.
I guess when you say it's gonna go under purchase orders, and we don't have dollars available on that line.
That's not a line item, that's just tracking purchase orders. That's not a line item. The line item is up here, but, you know, right now, you know, for purchase orders, it's line 7, of course, yeah. And I don't enter anything under purchase orders till the purchase order is written. But that is tracking whether they've been paid or not, because a lot of times they'll bill a partial purchase order, and I'm not sure where they're at, you know, and then they come back and bill the whole purchase order, and I wanna make sure that I'm able to track that with Rochelle. But any other change orders, I mean, if you direct me to do stuff, I guess then what I'll do is get the price breakthrough first, if that's what you want to do. But sometimes decisions gotta be made a little bit quicker than that, like if I got the roof open, and it's gonna be $500 to change this or that, I mean, I'm gonna close the roof up, so.
Just an FYI, between these two pay apps, the ARPA money will be gone. So,
Any other questions in regards to this?
Anything further, gentlemen? Are we interested in approval of the October 1 pay app?
these wouldn't be paid until next time, just so you know that.
So we really don't have to make a motion.
Well,
on that, do
we should, so that we can pay him next time, because John won't be back, but
What's
I'm
his
just saying.
problem? He can go.
Well, nice try, but probably ain't gonna work that way.
Maybe. They're opening in Pocahontas in a couple of weeks if you want to go through that facility. So,
Yeah, if you forward us the information on the day and time of that,
yeah, so,
we appreciate it.
yeah. November 8th is gonna be it, but I'll email Rochelle. I mean, if you wanna come down and take a look at it, even before then, I can take you through it, so. But,
Oh, you mentioned that the, what was in storage, and we got these pictures. This one pallet looks concerning with the way it's leaning, and then we got an open box picture. Has that been reviewed and verified that there's not
yes,
damage or, okay.
contractor is responsible for any damage that occurs. That's why we have also the insurance certificate, because it's not stored on our site, so it wouldn't be covered under our builder's rights, so.
Okay, thank you. October pay app for consideration, gentlemen.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
And that would be, if my math's correct, $425,435.71.
Plus the $900.
Yeah,
That's
that's
with that
added.
9,000 or 900.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Motion for approval of the October pay application submitted in a total of $425,435.71. Further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Artie's Construction.
Okay.
Alright, any other general discussion, approval, any action required?
Not by me. Well, I'll read it.
Okay.
And I'll send you
Okay.
hard copies, but probably need 2 hard copies.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And we won't pay them until the 25th, so, or 28th, so. Well, September's are being paid today, but October 1st we'll have to wait till the 28th of October, so.
But I knew they would, so.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay, well, if I need to be up for the next
Oh,
2 weeks, I can be here,
Okay.
so.
when are the walls coming? I had people asking me like that.
That's what I was talking
November
about. The
13th.
walls are being poured and they're gonna start erection on November 3rd.
Okay, I missed that when I was out. Okay, I have a lot of calls on that, so,
Yeah.
You do.
yeah.
So gentlemen, they
Give 'em John's
put the
number.
walls up and then they go to do the.
I don't know if we had
they put just
liquidated
enough steel
damages.
up to brace the walls and then pour the floor
No,
with a
they're
pumper
putting all,
truck, or,
they're putting all the steel up.
so all the steel will be in
Mhm.
and then they do the floors?
Yeah.
So then how they get around all that steel with the pumper truck?
There's skylights and rooftop unit openings,
Okay.
so.
And then are they going to take into account cold? Are they gonna tent the thing or just blanket the floors? Or are they gonna use use the structure to tent it to keep it warm? Or?
We were supposed to have precast in September.
I know.
And,
you don't.
And they're responsible for heating, and I told them that flat out. I mean, architect recommended Gage Brothers, and Gage Brothers had some changes in their office which shouldn't affect us, but, I told the contractor they're responsible for getting the heat in the building or whatever that's required at this point, because if we poured in September, we wouldn't have to worry about that.
You did fine.
Yeah, so that's been, I've had many meetings with them and Erector, and they wanted to ship us all the interior panels, but you know how that goes. You don't have anything, you'd have braces all over the place.
Yeah, you wanna be able to just pull them off the truck and set them. You don't wanna have them anywhere.
And Feeding's done a lot of precast, so what they're planning on doing, setting the precast, you know, like there's 3 sections of the building, that section that's all the cell blocks, that's the high portion. They're gonna do that half, set the steel, pull the braces and everything, and then switch to the other side, the west side, do the same thing. Then they can work their way out of the center and they'll have only one move over by the existing building to set the rest of the building.
It just seems like we're trying to get all the walls in, you know, steel, it just seems like it's gonna be very tight maneuvering, trying to get the interior concrete done.
I've explained that seriously too, because, up here, like I told them, the weather can change immediately, and you cannot heat that building without the roofing on, because the insulation's on the roof, and you have a rainforest in there. So, it's pushing the limit, I told them that, so. They'll have to figure out if they have to put ground.
Are there just conditions for the plant going to make concrete?
They have heat water,
Yeah,
heat water, heated egg gets running out of it.
Yeah, they'll have to pay for that too.
Yep.
We're not gonna do that.
You're above and beyond, it's not stated.
Yeah, and,
That's a supplier issue. If they're the ones that, why isn't it a supplier issue if they're the ones pushing it back from September to November?
to me, and to you, it's Steffes, they're a subcontractor to Steffes. So we hold a contract with Steffes, so we push it on them, and whoever wants to pay for it, or buck up to pay for it, can pay for it, but, we don't have any control over their subcontractors, you know, who pays for it. All I know is Steffes is ultimately responsible for covering that cost. So they better hope for a easy win, but it doesn't look like it so far.
And we've had it before where no snow puts frost on the ground,
Yep,
and you can't pour over, you know, you have frost bubbles and.
they'll have to use ground heaters. You know, they're talking about blanketing it, you know, and, what if it starts cooling down, which blankets keep the heat in the ground for a while, so.
Do you have anything of note, Corey, or?
No, I actually had, one thing, you know, I know the squirrel took the power out one day, but, you know, we have two printers and the intercom in the jail don't work now after lines have been hit out here. One was when they were trenching across. Again, I don't know who was responsible, but, you know, we've had a few power instances where my comms in the jail there have gone down. I've had to have like Alpha Wireless come out and kind of troubleshoot it. And like I say, there's two printers and the intercom system in the jail that are not functioning anymore, so, from power surges.
Well, I'm glad I don't know about it, I get together, I was gonna be over there.
Yeah, if you
Meet
want,
with Kevin,
if you want to take a look at it, I just, you know, yeah, things happen, but it was a couple times. One was a weekend, where we lost power. I don't know if it was on the street or what happened, but we went on generator for how long, so, just because the city couldn't get out that Saturday.
yeah, shorted out underground or
Yeah.
something,
So,
yeah.
yeah, again, I'm not putting fault on anybody, and accidents
But
happen. But
everything worked before they started.
everything worked
and-
before, right? So, I mean, the insurance is a real thing. We can look at getting that stuff back. I mean, now that we can't use the printer in the right at the comm center. Yeah, the other thing is, we talked about security cams earlier. Is there gonna be 360-degree surveillance on the new jail, or what's the process of, have we thought that far?
In the exterior.
Okay,
It's included in the contract,
okay,
yeah. So there'll be surveillance on the exterior of
of that jail,
the new jail and existing too.
okay. Okay, yeah, because our surveillance now off the jail is blocked now by the generator to watch the back door. So one thing I wanted to do was just get surveillance on here on the courthouse in 360, just the courthouse itself.
We can pull the plans when you're over there, Corey.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to meet, I know.
Yeah.
But, I can show you where the cameras are located. I mean, if we ever.
Just so we don't overlap too much, you know, if they're pointed in the same place, it'd be.
Yeah, I mean, there'd probably be four-way cameras that are picking up the courthouse as well as it'll be picking up the courthouse because there's a walkway that goes between the new addition and the existing addition for employees, you know, coming through. So they'll be cambered, so that it'll be cambered over on that section of the building. So I wouldn't buy additional cameras.
Well, that's why I was just curious. We, you know, again, we have ICAP money to use for stuff like that. I mean, if we're gonna put a camera right next to the other camera, is gonna not, justify
Yeah.
it, so.
And I'd go through the contractor because then it goes through the digital recorder for the facility, and then if you had an incident, it would at least be recorded.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It'd be good to look at it, just
Yeah.
oversight on it.
No, I'll be glad to go over some of that stuff with you.
Thanks for bringing those up. Anything further?
Kevin, anything from you?
I'll hit you up at the office, your meeting at the office.
Yeah. Good call. If you don't have anything else for me, I'll give you your time back.
All right.
Thanks.
We want to consider claims prior to our 10:15 considered closed session.
That one check in there for, to the Osceola County livestock, that 27,000, I think, that's insurance money that they got for all the, storm damage that was done in June. But they had to make it out to the county, so I could either endorse it over to them or deposit it and write a check. And after talking to Dave, I wanted to write a check. Yeah. So that's what that 27,000 is. We already got the revenue for it. I just have to pass through it.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
Second. We have a motion from DeBoer, support from Loring for approval of the claims that have been submitted. Any further discussion? None. Those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. And approved claims. People are out of order, but anything concerning courthouse or committee report? Future agenda items? I'd just share that I did offer a letter of support to the Ag Pavilion's efforts to do the Iowa, I should have remembered what it was, mural program, trying to put a mural on the south side of that building. They're submitting for a grant. I think it's due tomorrow or next week or something, but. And I was notified last week, I don't have a lot of details, and I hope it amounts to nothing, but there is a claim against hospitals and potentially the Care Connections region, which no longer will exist or be allowed to keep any money. And with it being an Osceola resident, there's a small chance that we could get drug into it, but time will tell. We'll see. I don't know a lot of the details, but
The new region doesn't pay for substance abuse. Or the state. Yep. If it's a dual substance abuse and mental health, then it does. But if it's just substance abuse, the county still is responsible for that, so. It'd be nice, but.
Is my easement in there?
It is, I have to notarize it.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring it down to you then. Sorry, I should have had Jack sooner. I never know. I always thought John takes longer than a half hour. Every time I plan that, he doesn't, so I can never win. So I apologize. I did, not too bad.
Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, not too bad. I've had a couple calls with the jail because the walls were coming up.
He's gonna have a meeting in our office.
They ask that at least once a week.
It just seems like it's been sitting
Or
so
when the
long.
jail is going up,
I wish I would
I
just
get
get
asked that about once a week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tricky. Pouring floor is gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
I've seen them use the structure of the building to tent the thing and then heat it that way, so.
Whatever works.
How long, it'll take, what, a couple weeks to get the walls up? More than that?
Oh, those things, they'll be putting them in as the trucks roll in, they'll be setting them, they'll just.
He said in about 5 weeks, I think is what he said, but he didn't think it would take that long.
Last time, like, usually 4 to 5 weeks. And then, once they get it all enclosed, then they can start pouring the floor, so.
What we're talking about is the temperature's gonna be catching them on the floors. They're gonna have to be taking extra steps to deal with the cold.
Yeah.
For those floors.
So a dumb question, why didn't they do that before the walls?
The floors pour up against the walls.
I asked the same question.
Did I just hang up on Jack?
No, I have to call him. Does somebody call in? I don't think so.
There's the phone, but I'd had the receiver off moving that cord. I don't know what
Somebody was over there playing. But we won't mention Jason's
It
name.
was my fault, but I don't know what I did. Now she leaves and I don't know what to do with her. Lindsay Helmers. Hello. That didn't do it. Probably. Rochelle, come back.
He was down to the. Rochelle, you are needed. Rochelle is needed.
Morning, Jerry.
I did.
What, no, we did no, we didn't, not lately. We thought you were calling in. Were you calling in?
Jason, you don't know how to work.
Or anything?
anymore.
No? Okay, no, we're good. We're just waiting for the closed session, so. All right, talk to you later. Bye. He thought we called him.
I don't know what I did.
Doesn't matter.
Special voice.
Today we've been on a nice day just to,
Stay home.
yeah,
Stay home.
in a bed, under a blanket, read a book, something, take a nap.
Yeah, I agree.
Those days never happen.
Nothing. Chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not gonna fool anybody with blueberries.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell.
This is taking forever.
Yeah, because what have they been doing? I mean, they said we're filling stuff with something,
Those-
probably the plumbing, and if they're working in there, I suppose that.
Stop and think everything that's underground out there. There's a lot.
Well, that's taken a long time.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
I really gotta be careful at that stop sign though, because sometimes the street is closed and sometimes it's not closed. So it's like, I really gotta look
Yep.
to make sure that no one's coming.
And don't be on your phone.
Well, yeah, I'm usually not.
Well,
Well, on my,
correct answer would have been, I never am.
well, I really aren't, is not.
Prior to July 1, she had been. So
Yeah, now I'm
That's
not.
right.
I tell my mom that all the time.
Yeah.
See ya.
My phone goes to my car, so I can answer
Yeah,
that way.
That's nice.
But my mom's doesn't have that in her vehicle.
Call Jack.
Sure.
10:15.
I know he's around, I just got off the phone with him.
Yeah, now I don't have to eat lunch. Now I don't have to eat lunch.
Hey Jack, this is Rochelle. We're not in closed session yet, but we're just gonna talk to you a little bit before, or I put you on speaker. Can you hear us?
Okay.
We'll be in closed session shortly, but can you hear us?
Yeah, but I don't want to answer any questions about this in an open session where it's available to the public.
No.
Yeah, I just wanted her to get you on the phone before the identified 10:15 time.
Sure, fine.
We do have 10:15 and identified on the agenda as a possible closed session under Code 2017-3 for union strategy meeting. Is the interest of the board to go into closed session?
Make a motion to go into closed session.
We have a motion from Schulte, support from DeBoer for entering closed session under that code section. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. Mr. Schulte, how do you vote? Aye. Mr. DeBoer? Mr. Loring? Aye. And I vote aye.